365 days before the actual 2026 World Cup. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going. I sat down with my wife and I said, look, I don't think I'm going to go to the next World Cup, so let me just focus on like local cricket and do the best I can. And she's like, but why not? Let's just give it one more go. And this was over a bottle of champagne at night, and I've gone, you know what, cool. And that was my last super champagne for about a year. Can I walk now? Yeah. Oh, okay. Call it a nice journey. I think it's in USA you never really stop prepping for cricket that's around the corner. I started in, I think it was 2020 or 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And when I say it was bare minimum structure, it was literally get there, we were helping putting up wickets, flags, ropes, painting lines, everything of those. I think that was the initial start of it, where now it's mind league especially, you rock up to a game and everything's there. We've been fortunate enough to see the growth and be a part of it, and every year it improves, which is great. There's always something new from a minor league or major league setup that just helps it easier for the guys. I've been here just over 5 years now, and so the local players know each other quite well, and with the way it's structured, players move accordingly and develop different games. But I think the local knowledge firstly, and just giving a local outset along with a little bit of experience outset, and just chatting to some of the senior players that we have and some of the great players we have, bumping heads together and sort of coming up with the best plan for the team to win. After the 2024 World Cup, 2025 was sort of like a year just to reflect, understand, play a little bit more cricket, get better at my game. And then I think 365 days before the actual 2026 World Cup. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going. I sat down with my wife and I said, look, I don't think I'm going to go to the next World Cup, so let me just focus on like local cricket and do the best I can. And she's like, but why not? Let's just give it one more go. And this was over a bottle of champagne at night, and I've gone, you know what, cool. And that was my last super champagne for about a year. In 365 days of a year, I trained for honestly 300 of those days. At that time, my daughter was still very young, so it was waking up at 4:30 in the morning or 4 in the morning, getting to gym at 4:30, training from 4:30 to 5:30 to get back at 7 a.m. to wake the daughter up to spend some time at home to go back to coaching and then training in the evening again. And I think that went for 300 days of the 365. But I think it started straight after the World Cup, and after we said just give it one more go and see what happens. So I think it started there. It comes with its challenges. I can't lie and say it's easy, it's tough. I mean, there's days after a game where we get back at 12 a.m., 1 a.m, where you want to sleep till about probably 12 a.m. again, or 12 p.m. you feel like it. But unfortunately you wake up 6:30, sometimes 5:30, and that's just part of it. I'd rather have that, wake up next to my family than not have them here. So I think that's the blessing in disguise there. I think that it helps because whether you have a good game or bad game, I mean, my daughter's 2 years old, so she doesn't understand. She still gives me the same running hug when she sees me, whether I've won a man in the match or been hit for 75 in 3 overs. I still get the same hug and the same love, which is great. And that's from my wife also. For me personally, I love it when the family is on tour. We get to share the journey. I think this cricket journey has given us so much, and we've been able to travel the world, fortunately enough, that we're able to give back. And I would want to encourage every family man to have it with their family, because it's a journey. And if you can enjoy it as a family, I think in 10 years' time, we'll look back and just smile and generally just be so grateful and happy and blessed that we've been able to do this together. The initial reaction is, oh, we have cricket here? Or, oh, what is cricket? That's the initial ones. But I love that conversation. I think it just opens up a conversation. The American crowd loves the baseball, the football, the things that they don't understand about cricket. And if I explain it, they sort of get oh, but there's more than one home run. Like, there's probably 20 or 25 a game, and that's just that. There's different ways of scoring, and the conversation becomes interesting because people want to learn. People love talking, so they want to learn about new things, especially in USA. I think the crowd has been great. The new crowd, especially having the initial start of the conversation. Once you have the conversation and they watch 1 or 2 games, they come back. Preparation-wise, quite fortunate in Seattle, where I live, that I have an academy that I work at that has 4 run-ups for me. So I'm very lucky and fortunate to be able to train like that. I was fortunate enough to have a tournament before this. So sort of came into the setup running, having some time on my feet. The LA Night Riders, they make you feel very welcome. It's like you walk into a family environment. I think that's great with having a home ground and the setup itself. I think the setup has always been you walk in and you feel at home. And then just to have a home ground along with that is incredible. I think it gives you the feeling of you playing for a home crowd. And there's a lot of support. I think we don't normally get that as much as you would like, I guess, with franchise cricket, but it just feels like there's a home here now. I mean, coming to a stadium like this is it's unbelievable. The scenery, the way it's been put together in call it a short span of time, but it's absolutely incredible.